Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy D Nally, aka Don Squally, and we are back at it with another Forza Horizon 3 build video, man. So if you guys were around for this Speed Society GTR and stuck around and made a request, you may have noticed that we have a ton of Tanner Fox fans on the channel, man, and the verdict was pretty much unanimous for the next build. Now, when this number of people make a request, man, we just have to go with it. Even though this will be our third Tanner Fox build in a row, man, I'm still stoked to be doing them because, I mean, obviously that's what you guys want to see, and that's what I am here to provide, man. So I'm gonna run through the list real quick here. Colin H Vlogs, Paradox Ducky, Jaden Rosemay, Randy Swinarine, Gaming Wire Productions 182, 21 Savage Bro, Matthew I, Yo Boy Lit, Tanner Baker, Aiden 29, Logan Hendra, Anthony Brown, Xavier Sestratus, John Gampin, Hasib Ahmed, Austin Noonley, BF Gamer 2005, Milo Panda, JKS Vlog / Gaming, Ricky Rodriguez, Tara Bees, Raymond Mega Illness, Razvan, Josh Enrico Lupisan, George Ramos, Evo 8, and Gil Valdez all want to see Tanner Fox's new PT86 with the flowers, with that wood grain on it, man. And, you know, like I say, when this many people make a request, you know that I have to pull through for you guys. Now, let me know if you guys want to see a build that's not from Tanner Fox, also down in the comments section. But if we keep getting this many people for Tanner Fox builds, man, what are we going to do? We're just going to keep doing Tanner Fox builds, man. So I'm going to go ahead, try to find the, I believe he has the Toyota, which is the GT86. Not sure if that's going to be in the game or not. We're going to find out in a quick second here. And it looks like we do have the 2013 GT86 right here. So we're going to go ahead, buy this one up. Now, we have done a couple GT86 builds for Tanner Fox on the channel. But we're going to go ahead and start this one from scratch. As always, buy the car with credits. And now that we have the car, we're going to go ahead, jump into the garage, hit some upgrades for this bad boy. Now, for whatever reason, Tanner Fox really seems to get pranked a whole lot with people wrapping his car. Now, personally, you know, you got to respect a car guy's space when it comes to his vehicle, but obviously he has a good spirit about it. Since it happens to him quite a bit. It's like he said in the video where he revealed this specific wrap, he's not even really that surprised anymore. But we're going to go ahead, try to replicate his car even before we get the wrap on here. So I'm going to skim through a couple bumpers. Now, what I do like about this GT86 is we have a ton of options, but what I think I'm going to go with is the Forza Horizon 3 race bumper here. On the back, I believe he does have a nice little duckbill on here. Not quite as aggressive as the Rocket Bunny is here, but I don't know. I think that might be the only reasonable option here, even though his duckbill is really not as aggressive as this one, nowhere nearly, but, man. What are our other options? Either the stock one, I don't know, I might come back to this one. Rear bumper is looking pretty much stock with the little side flares on there, so we're going to go ahead and add those on here. This car does appear to have some sort of side skirt or side flare, so I think this, what was that, the Gretty side flare here is going to look good. And this thing is rocking a stock hood, but I just want to see the option. The vented hood there, we are obviously going to have to pass on that. Now with the tires, since I am going to be ripping this thing around, I want to put on a race tire compound. Not planning on drifting this thing. I want to make it more of a nice handling car. See if we can get some nice turns, maybe a little bit of back roads going here. And now the part that's really going to tie things together are the wheels. So I'm going to obviously skim through a few options here, let you guys know when I find something that I like. Lots of different wheel combos that we can choose from. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find something here. These ones don't look bad. Now, upon skimming through a whole bunch of wheels here, I think we are going to go with those original ones that I passed at the beginning. Now, even though there's not quite as many spokes as Tanner's set of wheels here, I do like the overall design. I think it's pretty much close to what he has on his car. And we are going to go ahead, make these 18s both front and back. And that is looking pretty crispy right there. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that clutch because I think every car should have an upgraded clutch. Every manual transmission car anyways. We're going to go ahead, drop in that race diff just for fun. As far as the brakes go, I am going to upgrade the brakes because I think if we're going to make a car that handles nicely, I think brakes are going to be something that we definitely should put on there. Race springs and dampers all around really give this thing a nice stance look. Now, weight reduction, I guess we'll do a little bit of weight reduction, even though I know Tanner didn't do any weight reduction in this car. I just feel like these cars with the power to weight ratio being such a critical issue, I think that's something that we need to take care of. I'm going to go ahead, put a sport intake. Was that the sport? The race intake, a race exhaust. And let's go ahead and upgrade that camshaft. That's going to give us a little bit of a higher red line. And I think that's pretty much it, man. Now, I know Tanner does have quite a few mods on this thing. But most of them being the visual, which we are going to get into in a second. But before we do all that, we are going to jump into the tuning. And I think what I'm going to do is lower the car quite a bit. I'm going to also play with the differential just a little bit. Put that acceleration all the way to high. That's going to give us the most spin with the least amount of effort, I think. And now we're going to jump into the designs and paints. What I need to do is see if there's some. This is quite an elaborate design on this car. I need to see if somebody has made the PT86. So I'm going to type in PT86 here. And it doesn't look like there are any designs here. So this might be another one that I may have to build on my own. I am going to type in Tanner Fox though real quick and see if we can find that new purple wrap with the wood grain. Obviously, a lot of the original wraps, we have done a build with one of these wraps before in the future, but we are looking for that purple wrap. So I'm going to take a second here, skim through a few options, see if I can find one that I like. And I've searched a whole ton of these wraps, and it looks like we cannot find anything. So it looks like we're going for another Don Squally custom here. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the approach is going to be, but I think what I'm going to start out with is painting the whole car wood grain and then wrapping essentially the parts that I don't want to be wood. So we're going to start out with a nice dark oak on this one here, as you can see. And everything else I think is going to come after. Now I am going to paint the wheels, tint up the windows, and save that to the current car. And now that we got that out of the way, we are ready to apply some decals. So I'm going to start by doing the wheel arches here, and we're going to use a nice matte purple. Not quite matte, but I don't think we really have an option to get any more matte than that. And I'm going to go ahead, just start filling in the areas that I don't want to be wood. This will probably take a while, so I am just going to do, I guess, a little bit of a cut scene. And now that we got the wheel arches out of the way, we can start filling in the big areas and making essentially the wood grain shape that's on the door here. Now I am going to change the color to these just to something a little bit darker, because I know once I get this car in the sunlight, this is probably going to be a really light purple on this car. And now that we got that out of the way, we can proceed with the rest of the wrap. And now that we got the side of the car done here, we can go ahead and start to wrap the top. Apply the same from the right. Rear bumper, of course the wing, and the front bumper. And now that we got all that out of the way, it is time to add the pink accents, which we are going to try to find a nice bubblegum pink here. Now, it looks like we're not going to be able to actually get the splitter, which it looks like on Tanner's car, that is what in fact is pink. But I'm just going to do this bottom lip of the bumper here, and I think that should be pretty good for the visual effect. Do the same to the sides here. Again, doesn't look like we can wrap that rear splitter there, or diffuser, unfortunately, but that's going to have to work. Apply those all to the opposite side, and now we'll see. On the back, we do have a couple of different designs we have to add here. Of course, that pink. Of course, that pink PT. And now that I'm looking at it, I think we're going to have to paint this thing carbon fiber, since Tanner does have that carbon fiber trunk on here. But what I think we are going to do before that is add those pink flowers here. And we're going to go ahead, add these up. Just put a couple here and there where I can see they are on Tanner's car. And now that we got that out of the way, I think the only thing left to do now is paint this trunk. Now, it does say Cruiser at the back, so maybe I can add that as well. Actually, upon looking at that, you probably won't even be able to notice it. So I'm not going to waste my time, because I feel like this video is getting awfully long, and I still have to go back, paint those windows. Too many save files. Apparently, we need to delete some files here. So I'm just going to see where we can go ahead and delete one here. GTR Black Edition. No, we want that. Lancer. We'll delete the Lancer. Now, there is one other thing that I'm noticing here, and it's that these mirrors are not pink. We need to get those nice and bubblegum pink here. And do we have the option to paint the wing? We have the option for the wing, so I'm going to go ahead, do the spoiler carbon fiber, and then just go ahead and do the trunk itself black. And finally, we are ready to take the PT86 out on the road. Now, this here is a perfect example of why I like to just go online and try to find somebody who's done all the hard work for me, because that, it's kind of time consuming, takes a lot of data, and just makes the rendering process that much more difficult. But that's why I'm here to take one for the team being you guys, man. And I do appreciate, oh, we're crashing already, man. I appreciate all your requests, man. And big shout outs to Tanner Fox, man. He's doing big moves with that Raptor, that Speed Society giveaway, and now, obviously the PT86, which I'm not 100% sure how long the wood grain is going to stick on this car, but on this particular one in this game, it is going to live on for eternity. Now, I was thinking of doing a giveaway with this car and the Speed Society car, since they are your boy Don Squally's original design. So if you guys want to see an auction, let me see you say hashtag auction down in the comments section. And if we get, let's get 10 hashtag auctions down in the comments section, and we'll probably give these ones away in our next video. But aside from that, this is a relatively stock Toyota GT86, or should I say PT86, but the handling is really where I want this thing to shine, and it is not disappointing. Back end doesn't get out barely at all. Whoa, taking her a little wide there onto the sidewalk, but as you can see, handles relatively well. Sounds great. I gotta say, that's the one big quality with these Toyota Scions, Subarus. This particular vehicle, they all have that nice Boxster rumble, which in my opinion is, you know, the one reason why you would want to own these cars. Because I mean, I've driven in one. I have actually driven one before. One of my buddy had one, and it's a great car when you got the exhaust on it and stuff like that. And the seating position is actually really nice. You feel like you're sitting in, like, you know, a cockpit of a fighter jet. Really not comparable to, let's say, my G35, which is more of a luxury style car. Whereas this one, you can definitely tell that it is a sports car. But, you know, there's just not a ton of power in these cars, unfortunately. And I don't know why they didn't come out with an STI version of these cars. I thought for sure when I saw these cars were coming out NA with the Boxster motor, I thought, oh, you know, it's only going to be a couple months before they come out with the turbocharged model. And here it is. I don't even know. This is a 2013, so for sure, at least since 2013, you know, 5-6 years ago down the, or 5-6 years down the line, here we are and still don't have an STI BRZ, which is unfortunate. But I'm thinking we are probably going to put an end to this one. I've been just rambling on, and I think this one has been relatively successful. For some reason, I can't seem to get a half decent angle that I like of this car, though. I think that's the one right there, man. So as always, if you guys did enjoy this one, don't forget to smash that like button. If you guys want to see more and you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. As always, I'm your boy D-Nolly, aka Don Squally. We're going to catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace. Don't die. Oh shit, where you going, bro? Don't be creeping on my friend. Don't be creeping on my friend. You and your homie. Oh, nut shot. Nut shot. Oh, buddy. Let's go. And your boy, man. Get him out of here. Oh, you fucking